Have you ever just felt completely well drained? Like your emotional energy is just running on empty?
Oh, absolutely. You're juggling everything, work, life, all the news.
Right. And somewhere in that mix, your own kind of inner battery just starts flashing red. That feeling, that overload, it's so common.
It really is. Information overload, feeling stretched thin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So today we're diving deep into that. We're talking about emotional well-being.
And it's not just, not feeling sad or stressed.
Exactly. It's more about how effectively you actually cope with emotions, how you handle life's curveballs.
And that ability to sort of bounce back, resilience.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the core of it. So our mission here is to give you a shortcut, a tune-up for your mind, maybe.
I like that. We've waded through a lot of material.
Yeah, everything from like dense psychology articles to really practical self-help stuff.
And we've pulled out the most important, the most actionable bits.
Insights to help you understand, yeah, but also really enhance your emotional resilience.
Yeah.
Keep that engine running smoothly.
What struck me looking at the sources was just how fundamental this is.
Me too. It wasn't just the what, but how deeply it connects to everything and honestly, some surprising tools out there. Okay, let's get into it.
So, starting with the basics, what is emotional well-being according to these sources?
Well, they define it pretty consistently as how you think, feel, and behave.
Right, reflecting how well you handle emotions and life's challenges.
It's your capacity for positive emotions, positive thoughts, but also, crucially, adapting when things get tough. Stress, adversity.
Yeah, adapting effectively. And it colors everything, your mood right now, your general outlook.
Which then influences your actions, how you see things.
Exactly.
And that adaptability, that bouncing back, that really is resilience, isn't it? Why is that so critical?
Well, the impact is huge. It touches your personal life, your work.
Social connections, even physical health.
Absolutely. There's this analogy in one source, like a bike running on reserve.
Ah, I saw that. You wouldn't let your bike run out of fuel.
Precisely. You need to refuel before it just shuts down. Same with our emotional tanks. We need to be proactive.
Makes sense. And you mentioned resilience being like a muscle,
Very much so. The more you use it, flex it, the stronger it gets.
which changes how you face challenges and even how you think about them.
Exactly. Emotionally healthy people, they can manage life's ups and downs without sort of losing control. They recover.
Okay, so we get what it is, why it matters, but how does someone listening know if their well-being needs a bit of a boost? What are the signs?
Good question. The sources point to some really practical things, like finding it hard to get stuff done, productivity hampered.
Yeah, or maybe pulling back socially, feeling constantly tired.
That constant fatigue, yes. Or struggling to manage feelings, sometimes called emotional dysregulation.
Difficulty making decisions, maybe? Trouble concentrating?
Those two.
Wow.
And even seeing a dip in the quality of your relationships, these are all signals, potentially.
Little red flag saying, hey, maybe check the emotional fuel gauge.
Exactly. Time for a refill.
Which brings us to something that sounds simple, but feels big. Setting emotional goals,
Right. This challenges that old idea you can't help how you feel.
which we hear all the time.
But the sources suggest that with self-reflection, with practice, you actually can change how you react.
So setting goals for your emotions, how does that work?
It can have a really profound impact on your own mental health, obviously, but maybe surprisingly, on the well-being of people around you, too.
Okay, I'm intrigued. It sounds almost too easy. Set a goal, feel better. Why does that actually work?
Well, it's not magic, but there's solid reasoning. Goals give you focus.
Ah, so instead of just, I want to be happier.
Exactly. It turns that vague wish into something tangible, something you can actually work towards.
Yeah.
And the process itself encourages self-reflection. What do I really need? What do I want?
And I bet achieving even small goals gives you a boost.
Huge boost. Confidence, self-esteem. It proves to yourself, hey, I can make a change.
Like building momentum.
Right. Plus, it fosters accountability, discipline. It reminds you that you're actually driving this thing. You're in charge of your mental health journey.
That makes a lot of sense. Small steps building up.
And to make those goals really stick, the sources strongly recommend the SMART framework.
Ah, SMART goals. I've heard of this. Specific,
Measurable, attainable.
relevant, and time-bound.
Exactly. So instead of, I want to be less stressed, which is way too vague,
You'd aim for something like,
I will practice 10 minutes of mindfulness meditation every day for the next month to reduce my stress levels. See?
Yeah.
Specific, trackable.
much clearer
Yeah.
and easier to know if you're doing it.
Yes, and breaking bigger goals down is key too. Small, manageable steps. Less overwhelming.
Okay, so goals are powerful. Now let's get into the real practical stuff, the toolkit.
Right, the actionable strategies, the active ingredients, as some sources call them.
Things you can actually start doing.
And what's great is how many of these are, well, pretty simple, yet effective, often rooted in cognitive behavioral ideas.
Meaning how you think affects how you feel and act.
Precisely. And you can shift your thinking. We can group these tools into maybe 3 main areas.
Okay, what are they?
First, self-awareness and cultivating a positive mindset. Then, self-soothing and emotional regulation.
And the third?
Lifestyle habits and building social connections. All crucial for resilience.
All right, let's kick off with that first one. Self-awareness and a positive mindset. Where do we start?
It really has to start with understanding yourself, doesn't it? Paying attention.
To your thoughts, your feelings?
And how they connect to your behavior, how they impact you and others.
So like looking under the hood of your own mind.
Kind of. And a simple, powerful tool for that is journaling.
Oh, writing things down. Not just venting, though.
Not just venting. It's about seeing patterns, self-monitoring. It can really increase that self-awareness.
Like seeing your automatic reactions on paper.
Hidden triggers, maybe.
Yeah, exactly. It gives you that chance to see them and then maybe choose differently next time. You could use prompts, like, what am I focusing on today? Or maybe something positive, like what's a good childhood memory?
Yeah, things like that. And tied into this awareness is self-compassion.
Yeah.
Being kind to yourself. Sounds easy, but
It can be really hard. It means treating yourself like you'd treat a good friend when they're struggling.
instead of beating yourself up.
Right. Acknowledge the pain, offer comfort, not judgment. Remember that messing up, having setbacks, that's just part of being human. Everyone goes through it.
We all share that human condition, as one source put it.
Exactly.
This also connects to questioning your thoughts, right? Reframing.
Yes, cognitive restructuring. Identifying unhelpful thought patterns, evaluating them, and actively shifting them.
There were those 4 questions from Byron Katie.
Ah, yes. Powerful stuff. For a negative thought, is it true?
Is it absolutely true?
How do I feel when I believe that thought?
And the big one, who would I be without that thought?
It really makes you pause and consider alternatives. Choose more productive thoughts. And alongside challenging the negative, we need to build a positive.
Definitely. Positive self-talk. Affirmations regularly reminding yourself of your good qualities.
And gratitude practice. That came up a lot.
It did. Focusing on the good things, even small ones. Like that simple exercise. Before bed, think of 3 good things that happened today.
Builds a habit, creates a kind of positive mental file cabinet you can access.
Precisely. It shifts your focus over time.
Okay, so that's self-awareness and mindset. What about category 2? Self-soothing and emotional regulation.
This is about calming your nervous system when you're distressed, when that fight or flight kicks in.
You need to activate the rest and digest system instead, like hitting a reset button.
Exactly. And conscious breathing is a fantastic tool here.
Breathing is automatic, but this is practiced breathing.
Right. Specific techniques can really restore balance, lower stress, like that box breathing.
The 4-4-4-4-1. Inhale for 4.
Hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4.
And do that a few times, especially when anxiety creeps up.
Yeah, maybe 5 to 8 times daily or whenever you feel stressed. It's simple but effective.
What else for self-soothing? Grounding came up.
Yes, grounding through your senses. Especially helpful when you feel overwhelmed. The 5-4-3-2-1 technique.
Okay, remind me.
Name 5 things you can see right now.
Okay.
Then 4 things you can physically feel.
Touching something. The chair.
Yeah,
3 things you can hear.
it sounds yummy.
2 things you can smell.
Maybe coffee.
And 1 thing you can taste.
Right. It pulls you right back into the present moment.
Mm.
Calms the system.
Very effective. And this also relates to learning to respond, not just react.
The difference being?
Reacting is immediate, often impulsive, maybe negative. Responding is more thoughtful, measured. It's emotional intelligence.
Creating a pause between the trigger and your action.
Exactly. Slowing down, formulating a productive response.
There were other relaxation techniques mentioned too, right?
Yes, things like progressive muscle relaxation, tensing, and releasing muscle groups.
I've tried that. It does help you notice tension you didn't realize you had. It does.
Mhm.
And a visualization creating calming scenes in your mind. All good for stress management.
Okay, great tools. Now the third category, lifestyle habits and social connections.
And the key here is remembering how interconnected everything is.
Emotional, social, physical, mental well-being, they all influence each other.
Like gears meshing together, you can't really isolate one.
So true. And connecting with others seems huge here.
Absolutely vital. Quality time with loved ones, it's like a safety net, a support system.
And it doesn't have to be complicated, right?
Not at all. Simple things. Family dinner, calling a friend, having lunch with a coworker.
Just making that connection, reinforcing you're not alone.
Exactly. And then there's physical activity.
Not just for the body, but the mind, too.
Hugely important for the mind. Exercise releases those mood-boosting chemicals, serotonin, endorphins.
And active doesn't just mean intense workouts.
No, a regular walk, some stretching, just moving more, it all counts. Avoid being sedentary.
Good reminder. And sleep, that's always a big one.
Crucial. Essential for mental and physical upkeep. It sharpens cognitive skills, attention, learning, memory.
And emotional regulation, too.
Definitely. Good sleep hygiene helps. Consistent bedtime, comfy environment, avoiding screens and caffeine before bed. The usual suspects.
The things we know we should do.
Exactly. Another lifestyle habit, engaging in hobbies and interests.
Doing things you enjoy just for fun.
Yes. Doodling, painting, dancing, cooking, learning something new. It boosts mood, brain function, self-esteem.
Tapping into creativity, challenging yourself in a low-stakes way.
Right. And amidst all this, making time for yourself. Setting boundaries.
That feels fundamental, protecting your own energy.
It is. Think of boundaries like flexible rubber bands, as one source put it. Stretch too far.
They snap. Need some flex, but know your limits. What's non-negotiable?
Precisely. And related to modern life, taking screen breaks.
Ugh, yes. So hard, but necessary. Too much screen time links to.
Depression, anxiety, physical issues. The 20-20-20 rule helps.
Every 20 minutes, look 20 feet away for 20 seconds.
Yeah. Or just committing to, say, an hour of no phone time each day. Little things add up.
2 more quick ones from the sources. Doing things for others.
Yes. Acts of kindness. They benefit the giver too. Positive feelings, purpose, connection.
And finally, forgiveness.
Forgiving others and yourself. It frees you up to live more in the present. Fosters growth.
Wow, that's a comprehensive toolkit.
It really covers a lot of ground. And, connecting this to the bigger picture, there's some fascinating work happening on how we even approach self-help.
Oh, moving beyond just listing tips.
Exactly. Some innovators are trying to revolutionize it. For years, self-help felt a bit scattergun, maybe.
Yeah, try this, try that, hope something sticks.
Right. But they're aiming for something more precise, a system.
Okay, intriguing. For someone feeling overwhelmed by all the advice out there, what makes this new approach different?
Well, it combines several key ideas. First, prioritization, not just if something works, but how well it works.
So ranking interventions by impact.
Exactly. Recognizing some things give you much more bang for your buck, emotionally speaking. Then, research quality.
Going deeper than just headlines.
Much deeper. Rigorous reviews, looking at effect sizes, basically. How much does this actually help? Not just statistically significant, but practically meaningful. And factoring in costs, like your time.
So, getting the best emotional ROI, backed by solid data. How do they make this usable, though? Not just another academic paper.
Good point. That's the presentation piece. Moving beyond just text. Think videos, podcasts, interactive tools.
Making it engaging, easier to implement.
Right. And breadth. Covering a wide range of topics. Relationships, supplements, everything. With screening quizzes to help tailor it.
Personalization. So you find what's relevant for you faster.
Exactly. Then practicality, focusing on specific actions, supporting habit formation, helping you do the things, not just know about them.
Bridging the knowing-doing gap.
Precisely. And a positive mental health focus aiming to help everyone improve, even if you're already doing okay. Small, marginal gains.
Incremental improvements for all.
And importantly, free access. Unbiased, quality advice without a commercial agenda.
Wow. It sounds like they're trying to build like a really smart GPS for well-being. What's the big picture hope for something like this?
The potential is pretty significant. Increasing productivity, especially for people doing important work, incrementally improving well-being on a larger scale.
And maybe even teaching better decision-making principles along the way.
That's part of the vision, too. Democratizing access to what really works in self-help with precision.
Yes, it's definitely looking towards the future.
Yeah.
Okay, so bringing it back to the listener starting this journey.
Yeah.
How do you keep going? It's not always easy.
No, it's definitely a process. Key things the sources mention. Remember, progress isn't always a straight line.
Expect bumps in the road.
Exactly. Practice self-compassion when you stumble. Learn from setbacks. Ask, what happened? What can I learn? Instead of blaming yourself.
And celebrate the small wins along the way.
Absolutely essential. Acknowledge your effort and progress. What stands out to you about embracing that sort of winding path?
I think it's that permission to not be perfect.
Hmm.
Realizing it is a process and showing up imperfectly is better than not showing up at all.
Well said. That flexibility and self-assessment are key. And while all these tools are powerful, sometimes you need more support.
Knowing when to reach out for professional help.
Yes. And remembering that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Counseling or therapy provides that dedicated space.
A confidential, collaborative way to explore things deeper, find root causes, develop specific strategies.
Exactly. It's having a guide for the trickier parts of the journey.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the core message for someone listening as they move forward from this deep dive?
I think it's that emotional well-being isn't just a nice to have, it's fundamental. It's your operating system.
And it's something you can actively cultivate through conscious goals, through these practical tools.
Across self-awareness, self-soothing, lifestyle habits, and knowing that exciting new ways to access this knowledge are developing.
Making it potentially more effective and accessible than ever.
So maybe the final thought to leave people with is this. If emotional well-being truly is like a muscle,
How are you going to choose to flex it?
right, and what new possibilities might open up when you make strengthening it a deliberate, ongoing practice?
Thinking about how those small, consistent efforts don't just change your life.
But ripple outwards,
Yeah.
strengthening your connections, your community, contributing to a more resilient world in a way.
Your personal resilience becomes an active ingredient in collective well-being. That's a powerful thought to end on.